From our nation's capital, tonight the Pirates take on the Washington Nationals in Game 3 of the 4-game series, the penultimate game for the Pittsburgh Pirates. The Nationals are moving on to the postseason. They'll be playing the Chicago Cubs in the National League Division Series starting next Friday. The Nats have won the first 2 games of this 4-game series. Greg Brown, Bob Walk, Robbie Ince-Mikowski with you. We were looking forward to the Pirates facing Max Scherzer, one of the best. Looking forward to Andrew McCutchen trying to extend his hitting streak. He's gotten hot lately, Bob, but unfortunately he found a pitch off his foot late last night, and he was scratched.
Yeah, late scratch, not too long ago, maybe about 45 minutes ago or so. He came out, he tested it a little bit, went out on the field, tried to run. Couldn't make it go, and so he's going to be on the sidelines. Maybe he can come back and pinch hit or something late in this ball game. But for right now, it looks like they're going to have to go after one of the toughest pitchers there is without one of their main cogs in that lineup.
Yeah, Allegheny Health Network injury update. Andrew McCutchen scratched and hopefully in there tomorrow against lefty Gio Gonzalez. But Max Scherzer, you know all about him. He might be the leading candidate for National League Cy Young Award. He just keeps getting better, it seems like, with age. Of course, a couple years ago, the Pirates were they were no-hit. He almost pitched a perfect game against them had it not been for Jose Tabata kind of reaching in there with 2 outs in the 9th inning.
I'll tell you, he is just one of the very best that you'll see the entire season. And you're getting him here really late when he's trying to get himself ready for the postseason. Not really sure exactly how long he'll be out there. Will they cut him back a little bit? But you know one thing, he's going to be getting some strikeouts tonight. 263 on the season. Tough guy to get put in play.
Yeah, that's number 1. As you see our Barrel Automotive League leader stats, he is up there just about every category pitching-wise. So Max Scherzer, one of the game's best on the mound, and he'll be opposed by Jameson Taillon, who makes his final start of the 2017 campaign. It's the Bucks and the Nationals getting ready to play ball from our nation's capital. Coming up next. Scherzer on the mound for the Nationals. Pretty cool t-shirt from a Nats fan down in the box seats. He is looking to win his 17th game of the year.
Maybe cementing Cy Young award. 63 degrees, cool evening here in D.C.
Got a little breeze blowing. That's kind of, I think, what makes it feel a little cooler than it is. Definitely a breezy night in the Capitol. Flags blowing pretty much in from left field.
Scherzer, you take a look at his numbers this season, 16-6. That 2.55 ERA is second lowest in the league. Looking for back-to-back Cy Young awards. He went 20-7 last season, his second year with the Nats.
Big strikeout numbers.
Yep.
That's pretty impressive when you get up over 250 strikeouts in a year.
And that makes what, 4 straight years now, 250 plus strikeouts. 263 to be exact this season. Best batting average against, 179 in the league. Just foul. Mentioned that Andrew McCutchen was a late scratch. He was in the lineup up until about an hour ago. And Josh Bell moves from the cleanup spot to the 3-hole, and Jordan Luplow, who was not in the original lineup, hits cleanup for the first time in his major league career. Polanco, Rodriguez, Diaz, Max Moroff, Jameson Taillon. Pirates starting 9. They are 73-87 on the year. The Nats are 97-63. Adam Frazier 0 for 4 last night. Hitless in his last 8 at bats. He was a pinch hitter on Thursday. A slice out of place, so an early battle here. Scherzer versus Frazier.
Not uncommon, is it, for Frazier to do this?
Nope.
No matter who it is on the mound. He can have some battles.
Frazier had a couple of hits last year against Scherzer. First time they've faced him this season. And finally, Scherzer wins the battle. It's Michael Taylor. An easy put out. He's flanked by Jason Worth and Bryce Harper. And the rest of the Honda defense, Ryan Zimmerman at first base, Daniel Murphy at second, Trey Turner, Wilbur Difo on the left side, Matt Wieters behind the plate. Chris Guccione is that first base umpire. Zimmerman chatting with him. There's Matt Wieters, Gold Glover. Marte, a 10-game hitting streak. Two for 4 last night, 4 hits in the series. Max Scherzer, the St. Louis native, out of the University of Missouri, into the big leagues with the Diamondbacks, part of a big deal to the Tigers. Spent a handful of years in Detroit. And the Nationals signed him to a big free agent contract January of 2015. 14-12 his first year.
I was surprised that the Tigers didn't hang on to him and lock him up. I mean, back then they were spending a ton of money.
Yeah. Here's number 1 and 264 for the year for Scherzer.
It's not all about velocity with him. He's got all kinds of weapons he can throw at you. Pretty good changeup right there.
And there's last night's winner, Steven Strasburg, 7 2/3 innings of 2-hit shutout ball to get his 15th win.
About as good a 1-2 punch as anybody will throw at you around baseball.
And then add the lefty Gio Gonzalez to the mix. He goes tomorrow. In on Bell. And the Pirates go down in order. Max Scherzer retires Frazier, Marte, and Bell. Here comes Jameson Taillon. Nats, and it is a pup night in the park here. Check out the Nats starting lineup. Trey Turner, Bryce Harper, Wilmer Defoe, Daniel Murphy hits cleanup. Ryan Zimmerman, his first career game with 4 extra base hits last night. Jason Worth next. Then it's Matt Wieters, Michael Taylor, and Max Scherzer.
Got a little everything in this lineup. Power, speed, batting average.
First pitch swinging, and Turner toward the box seats. Bell. Strike one.
Taillon's numbers on this season. The ERA at 4.62, and probably about a run, I would say, above where he will be next year at this time.
Ties up Turner, who was 2 for 3 and drew a walk last night. Talking about that speed, he's got 45 steals, third most in the league.
Most years, Taillon is going to be somewhere in those mid-3s ERA wise.
Been quite a year for Jameson Taillon. You know all about what he's had to go through.
Never made an excuse about anything.
No.
Just knows about his business.
Rivers Casino tips to win.
Like to see the good curveball from Taillon tonight. Obviously, he's going to have to be on top of his game going against Scherzer, and when he's pitching well, he gets a lot of swings and misses on that hook. And watch the late ad. I know it's Scherzer, and I know Luplow is a young rookie. I'm pulling for Luplow to do something special tonight with that bat. Every now and then, that's what you see in this game.
I see it now. Watch the late ad.
Yeah.
Lad, I got it.
Lad.
Like a young lad.
A young lad, yeah.
Oh, you're so subtle.
It's amazing. It's just onions, lots of layers.
I'm not sure about the first one. Gives her a chance to put that back up on. I know they love when I ask this, but it's the last game on TV, so I'm going to do a bunch of stuff they're not prepared for in the truck. So I'd like to see the tips.
They already
tips
deleted
to win.
them. They already hit the delete button.
No,
They're gone.
They're on there.
They're gone. Delete.
We always bring them back because you predict them all the time. We have to.
The hook. They're about the hook. The first one was about the hook.
What was it? Watch the hook.
A good hook from Thailand.
You're right. They did delete them.
Yeah, they're gone. It's on the computer.
Okay. Let's see. Good hook
see.
from I got to watch the late ad. That's the lad. That's young lad. Good hook from Taillon.
He's going to be the captain out there on the pirate ship. Captain Hook.
Oh, Captain Hook.
Yeah.
Yes. Young lad, Captain Hook.
Yeah.
I understand it now. It makes no sense. And that good pitch there. Strikes out Harper.
Did it give him the Captain Hook? Oh, yeah.
Strikes him out.
It's like that ball rolled right off the gangplank.
Strikes out that young lad. And now it's Wilmer Defoe. And Starling Marte playing center field makes the catch. Bryce Harper just back off the DL. Expects much more of himself.
In our nation's capital, we get a look at Joe Block, whose wife Beth is due for a baby any given moment. I'm Robbie and Smikowski, and to speak in babies in the Pirates organization that are due, one was born last night at 10:54 p.m., and we're talking about the newly born daughter of Josh Harrison. It is Kinsley Rose Harrison, born last night. There you get a good look at the addition to the Harrison family. Josh's wife Brittany on the left, daughter Mia Jade, who was born in February of 2014, holding her little sister Kinsley Rose Harrison, 6 pounds 5 ounces, 18 3/4 inches long. Greg, fantastic news out of Cincinnati, Ohio, and our congratulations go out to Josh, Brittany, and Mia, and also Vincent Bonita, the new grandparents, also Brittany's parents. All good stuff coming out of Cincinnati, and a big congratulations to them on the birth of their second daughter.
Love those smiles, Robbie. That is great. Congrats.
The Queen City has a new little princess.
That's right. Oh, well done. That says it all. Great shot. Josh Harrison. Bucko All-Star.
His team
season came to an end early this year.
Different when he's not out there, isn't it?
Yep.
A lot more that he brings to a ball club than a stat line.
Full count. Scherzer, you can see his frustrations there. Well, the Cardinals have taken the lead on the Brewers. Brewers will be eliminated from postseason contention if they lose, or if the Rockies win. Rockies hosting the Dodgers. The Red Sox have clinched the American League East. This would be the first time in who knows how long, Bob, that they're, if one of those things happens,
Everything's done on
everything's
Sunday.
done on the final game. That's rare in baseball.
Yeah, that was one of the things that they were trying to create with it. Going to a couple of wild card teams is that, you know, madhouse on the last day.
And everybody starting at 3 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. The rookie Jordan Luplow sees Max Scherzer for the first time, and he goes down.
Sees that same changeup that Marte saw. Same result. He's a young rookie. You're getting up there, Greg. You're all geared up for all this great stuff that Scherzer throws up there. And you think you have him lined up, and he throws you that changeup.
Jordan Luplow just talking about it right now.
Yeah,
That
you go back and say, hey, I couldn't believe it. He threw a changeup. There's another one.
Polanco 1 for 3 last night. He winds down his 2017 season. Slowed by injuries, hamstring, hoping better off-season, different maybe off-season conditioning program. Taylor again, and from center, 2 outs.
Needs to find his stroke again, more importantly.
Yeah. But he might find it if he's out on the field consistently.
It's a possibility, Greg.
Scherzer making his 31st start. Figures to start game 1 Friday against the Cubs. And excuse me, fly ball to Jason Worth.
Oh, great diving catch.
What a play by Jason Worth. That'll be on all the highlight shows. Phenomenal. An amazing left fielder he is. You know Scherzer appreciated that catch.
On AT&T Sportsnet is brought to you by Allegheny Health Network, the largest health system rated #1 in the region for all the things that matter most. And by Kenny Ross Subaru, total confidence pricing. Let's go Bucks!
Here in D.C., we go to the bottom of the second. 0-0 ball game. Here's Daniel Murphy, 5 for 8 in the first 2 games of this series. And that second baseman tied for 3rd in the league with his .321 batting average. Charlie Blackmon will win the batting title. The Rockies center fielder currently hitting .329, and Justin Turner of the Dodgers currently at the .322 mark. Murphy and Votto, Joey Votto of Cincinnati, both at .321. A fly ball will be a foul ball out of play. Votto actually at .319 as he was 0 for 3 today against the Cubs.
A couple of times now during this at bat we've seen Murphy kind of like stretching his side out or something after really both the last 2 pitches. He's trying to get loose. We'll make it 3 times now. Maybe it's just a habit.
I think so. I think
he does it every time.
Trying to, looks like it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Reminder. Don't open up too soon. See if he does it again. And talking to himself.
Does one or the other, maybe.
Yeah.
Whatever he does, it's working.
Yeah.
43 doubles,
yeah.
23 home runs, and a pretty gaudy batting average.
Not happy with himself. The former Met. Flat out hit, Daniel Murphy. Couple of strikeouts for Tyone. Murphy fouls off another. Tyone has struck out 122 in his 128 innings. Lines it into right. He was really something else.
Doesn't matter what either. Curveball,
Yep.
fastball.
How about Ryan Zimmerman's night last night?
Home run number 250 and 251 career.
Giving him 36 now on the season. His 4-for-4 performance. So doubled twice.
Big comeback here.
Pretty much a lock for comeback player of the year. Mr. National.
And when it's said and done, he'll have a lot of the old Expo national records.
Here we are a year ago where he sat.
Not a good place to sit.
Injuries have really cost him a lot of games. And he shows what he can do when he is healthy with this monster season. He cracked his bat there. Checking it out. Here in D.C., the Nats will host the Pirates tomorrow, and they will stay here as they get ready for the National League Division Series against the Cubs on Friday. Best of 5. Cardinals were 7-6 winners tonight, so it is over for the Brewers. A Cinderella story. Now that ball just gets away from Diaz right off his mitt.
Is this a changeup, I think? It looked like Diaz kind of settling down, thinking that changeup was going to be on his side of the plate, and ended up being outside. Couldn't reach it.
Well, they called a wild pitch. So it's 1-2 on Zimmerman. And look at that, through the hole. He's going to pick up perhaps an RBI. Marte guns to the plate and safe on a close play. Murphy scores. 108 RBIs for Zimmerman. 1-0 Washington.
Well, a lot of times you'll throw up that stop sign with nobody out, unless you know it's a slam dunk. Whoever's running is going to be safe for sure. With Marte, it's never a slam dunk. I mean, that arm of his, and they just about ran into an out. Bad part of this is because the throw went all the way to the plate, they still have a runner in scoring position now. Marte could have. Ah, that was close. Marte could have just tossed it second, kept the double play in order.
How much
does Scherzer pitching have to do with that decision?
Yeah.
I don't know. I was pondering that myself. Like, let's say it's somebody out there with a 5 ERA.
Yeah.
Are you going to say, okay, you can have this first run of the game, we're going to keep the double play in order?
Yeah.
And I would say more that that's kind of a no-brainer. And I'm still surprised that they would send him with nobody out.
Yeah. Maybe that's the bigger surprise. Broken bat pop up.
Nice basket catch.
The catcher, number 32,
Worth the broken bat pop up to Frazier.
Right down the middle. Nice out to get. End up keeping Zimmerman at second base. Nice change up from Taillon.
Jameson Taillon making his second career start against Washington. Faced them last year. Gave up 3 runs in 5 innings. Matt Wieters in his first year with the Nats.
Didn't have to move far, did he? Down the seaboard a little bit from Baltimore.
Eight seasons with the Birds. First round pick of the Orioles. Signed as a free agent toward the end of February this year by the Nats. Marte over a few steps. And that runner at second is tagging. Oh, man. Marte showing off that arm. Almost nailed Zimmerman at third.
Zimmerman, thinking, okay, that's plenty of deep enough. I can move up without even a play. Had to be very surprised. See that ball get there same time he did. That replay, Greg, if that throw was lower,
yes,
he was going to be out.
Yep. Intentional walk.
I thought Taylor stole first.
Scherzer with 5 RBIs has homered this season. And again, the intentional walk speaks to Scherzer as much as anything. Can ill afford to give up even any more. Singles by Murphy, and Zimmerman begin this second. A costly wild pitch. An offering that Elias Diaz couldn't handle allowed Murphy to go to second, and Zimmerman's base hit brought him home.
Comes Captain Hook.
Strikeout number 3. Tyone gives up 1-0 Nats. Coverage for baseball And some news and notes. The Red Sox, as we mentioned, have clinched. They beat the Astros, their second straight division title. Charlie Blackmon, not only is he going to win the batting title, 103 RBIs, most in history by a leadoff hitter, the Rockies center fielder, and Giancarlo Stanton, 59 home runs this season, most in the major league since 2001. The Marlins and Braves are playing in Miami. Stanton is 0 for 1, though the Marlins lead that game 5-0. Derek Dietrich homered for the Fish. And Don Mattingly had talked about leading Stanton off, perhaps, in the next 2 games to maybe give him an extra at bat. But he is hitting second. This is normal spot.
Be an interesting franchise to watch this winter.
Yeah. Yep, Derek Jeter going to take over the Fish. He's already asked them to fire a handful of people. And we certainly wish the best for Mike Berger, Pittsburgher, and a former Pirate minor leaguer. Great baseball man who has been with the Marlins for a handful of years. One of the members of that organization let go yesterday. A couple of strikes now on Diaz. Scherzer has struck out a pair. Diaz hitless in his last 16, make it 17 at bats. Scherzer was the Cy Young winner last year, and if you look at the leading contenders this season, what do you think, Bob? Is he close to being a lock for it again this year, in your mind?
You know, I don't know, Greg, if you would say lock or not, but those strikeouts just kind of jump out at you, though, you know, because everything else is kind of in the same general area of what the other guys have.
And by the way, not to slight Gio Gonzalez, but you know, we only have room for so many. Gio Gonzalez is 4th in earned run average with 15 wins and 5th batting average against. So the second, third, and 4th lowest earned run averages in the National League belong to Steven Strasburg, Max Scherzer, and Gio Gonzalez. Clayton Kershaw leads the league with 18 wins. Zach Davies of the Brewers, Zach Greinke of the D-backs with 17.
It's what you see on championship teams.
Yeah.
Some dominant starting pitching. Cubs had it last year.
Max Moroff takes care of the first hit. As anybody was thinking about another no-hitter. Scherzer threw at the Pirates a couple years ago.
Takes a Max to get a hit off of Max.
Now Taillon.
If they can bunt Max to second.
As Max delivers, and it's fouled off. A piece of Wieters. See 4 sacrifice bunts this season for Taillon. It's a down, but fouls it off. So now a couple of strikes, and Scherzer will no doubt try and get a strikeout. Taillon asking Joey Cora to run through the signs again. foul and a strikeout. Bring up Adam Frazier. Hey, don't forget to lock in your season tickets for next year. Access to the best seat locations at PNC Park with a full, half, or 20-game season ticket plan. Plus, you get year-round benefits, including special events, discounts, and flexible ticket exchanges. Go to pirates.com/2018 and find out how you can become a season ticket holder today. Josh Bell, a great rookie year. Fun to watch him. A cleanup hitter all next year. Adam Frazier had an extended first at bat to begin the ball game against Scherzer, but eventually flied out. Where will he be playing next year? I have to figure he's in that lineup somewhere. You have to wonder, had a couple of freak hamstring injuries not occurred, how many more hits, how many more RBIs would Frazier have? Pretty impressive numbers as it is. Went through that little slump right around the All-Star break, but then got out of it. Had a strong end of July and ended up spending some time on the shelf. 53 ribbies, 400 at bats. Frazier, who a lot of the year at the top of the order. Gregory Polanco, 3 different stints on the disabled list with the hamstring. Marte on deck with 2 outs. Down a run to Scherzer and the Nats. Frazier hitting over 300 since the All-Star break. This is when he really goes into battle mode with 2 strikes.
When you have Frazier and Jehey back-to-back top that lineup, you can really wear down that starting pitcher. I mean, between the 2 of them, there might be, 20 pitches every time you cycle through those 2 guys. They just foul so many balls off.
Fly ball toward Harper at right center. Moroff gets a hit, but Scherzer puts up another 0. First regular season Pens game coming up for you Thursday. Join us at 7:30 as the Stanley Cup champs travel to Chicago, play a Blackhawks team that was the best in the West a year ago. Coverage of the Penguins opening week on AT&T Sportsnet, presented by Dairy Queen. Trey Turner, top of the order, 2-0 count.
It's your last TV game of the year, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
Was John was in here to congratulate me, or what was that?
Yes, he was. You know, this. Well, yeah, he came in to say, "Hey, make sure you congratulate Brownie last TV game."
Oh, well, thank you very much. Thank you. Thanks, Bob.
Yeah.
Really
there,
enjoyed working with you.
Yeah.
And
they
that's from
usually
the
don't
heart.
get me when I'm like, I mean, I could have been flipping back in this chair, falling over, or anything.
Another bobblehead.
Yeah.
We talked about this on the radio side last night. Bob did his last radio game last night. I'll be on the radio side tomorrow afternoon. But we were looking, actually, we get do this certainly on TV. Hashtag Bucks Booth, trying to predict what silliness Bob is going to get into next year. I mean, every year something happens to Bob, whether it's falling off the chair in Seattle. The flu bug cost him an opportunity to fly with the team from Toronto to Milwaukee. So he had to drive from Toronto back to Pittsburgh. We missed him for that Brewers series. Had a creme brulee accident about 3 years ago.
Attacked by bees.
Attacked by bees. Had gallbladder removed. I mean, every year. So what is it? And what should the hashtag be?
Well, I made a prediction for next year.
Yeah, you did. You want to go ahead?
Next year, at some point, I'm going to get bit in the arm by a llama.
That's what his prediction. What's your prediction for Bob? What's going to happen to him? Give us a Bob Walk gimmick that's going to happen next year. Hashtag Bucks Booth. And we'll have some fun with it tonight. Bob will be back on the TV side tomorrow with Joe, but since this is our last.
By the way, I just want you to know that you're probably not going to be on TV much longer.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. That's actually what Rock came over to tell us.
Are we getting ready for? Aha. We might have to. Joe might have to be heading out. Joe. John's getting ready for TV. Now wait a minute. Let me ask you this. Bob. What makes John so certain that he's going to be coming over to TV? Who told him that? Did you?
No, I didn't.
I didn't tell him that.
Yeah.
Was he's assuming that if Joe leaves to be with Beth? You know, again, Joe drove here in case Beth goes into labor, and apparently it's getting close, so he might be heading back to Pittsburgh. But John, we might just have John stay on radio.
Yeah, just tell him to do the radio.
After all, this is my last TV game. I want to milk it. 2 outs.
You're looking good.
Yeah, he's being silly.
He's going to be cold over here. He's got the window closed over there.
Yeah.
We have the window open on TV, so we might be a little on the cool side.
Looks like Joe is packing up.
Yeah.
And did somebody want to tell us what we're doing here? We're supposed to assume that, I guess I just leave, huh? And you and John do. Okay, let me ask you this. Who's the play-by-play guy? Because you and Steve have done TV games in the past, an emergency, and Steve's always been the #1 guy, the play-by-play guy. So what are you?
I'm not moving out of this chair.
So Wayner's the play-by-play guy?
Yep.
Okay. Is John aware of this?
Nope.
You might want to tell him. You might want to stay there.
When it comes over.
2-0 count. This is live TV. This is stuff you don't get anywhere else. There's a liner caught by Luplow. We'll see what happens in the 4th inning. I don't know if I'll be here or not. If I have to leave and go over to radio side, thanks everybody so much for everything. Stick with us.
Well, there you see it. The switch is taking place. Brownie's moving over onto radio. John just went through the back door. He's got his tie on, and he's ready to go. And maybe we're ready to go here. We need to get something going with this offense. Marte thinking about trying to get it going with a bunt on the first pitch. Fouls it back for strike one. And hey, Rock, where you going? Get back here. Oh, he's putting his coat on. He'll be here in a second. He's cold. We have the window open here, so he's cold. But anyway, Rock and I'll finish this one up. Curveball there over. Jumps out ahead 0-2. Rock, welcome aboard.
Hi.
Play-by-play guy.
How are you?
See the box says right here, play-by-play. That's you.
We don't have to do play-by-play. Everybody sees what's going on.
Oh, that's right. It is TV, isn't it?
It is TV. Yeah. I'm a little shiny. No makeup.
That's all right.
Boy, Greg has the volume up really loud.
Way up. That's the first time I've ever seen Greg wear a tie for the radio.
I was going to come out in here acting like that I wear a tie all the time, but you guys caught me.
Yeah, we got you. I was impressed the way you quickly got it on and used the monitor for your mirror. That was good thinking.
Yeah.
Did a good job.
Good to go. Yeah.
All right, yeah, you look good.
I came prepared.
Don't look as good as Scherzer, but you look good.
No, Scherzer looks outstanding. Pretty impressive.
You know, one thing that he really hasn't done much of right now is really add much velocity. A lot of 91, 92s. He's even throwing some different arm angles, dropping down.
The right-on-right changeup.
Yeah.
A couple of punch outs on that.
He's got that Schugel type spin on that pitch, where it's just like the Earth going around the sun.
Yeah.
Sideways spin.
And some of them actually broke away from the right-handed bat. You know, like what we saw with Schugel, he usually it breaks into the righty or away. Strasburg last night, his changeup broke away. But with Scherzer, I actually saw that the changeup to, I think it was Marte in the first. It looked, watching not on the monitor but watching live, it looked like it broke away. I thought it was a slider. What did Marte do, by the way, leading off the inning?
He struck out. I'm glad you brought a scorecard, because
yeah, I figured that
one of us needs to keep one. I'm not used to not having one up here that I can like cheat off of.
Yeah, so. I figured I better.
Yeah, you got it. That's good. I'm glad you did that.
I don't know. Greg sees over his box here.
Well, you know how those divas are. They got everything. They have it just so. Oh, nice.
I tell you what. You know,
grab.
Yeah. You know what is nice about being in the play-by-play chair? I thought you would slide over naturally because of your seniority and all. Boy, how about that? Good hands. But what is nice about the play-by-play seat? Look at all the room.
Oh yeah, there's a ton of room. They got it all.
Yeah.
There's somebody coming down to say thank you for that baseball.
Look at all the room. I got like full wingspan of desk space.
Well, I don't need any room because I don't have. I got a couple little pieces of paper here that Adam brings up to me, and that's about all I have.
That you don't use?
No, I use the Adam sheets. These babies right here.
Those are valuable.
Yes, those are. Scherzer's not a happy man.
How come? What'd I miss?
I don't know. I was looking at my Adam sheet.
I guess the last pitch he missed up and away, or
is he hurt? Everybody is converging on the mound.
Well, that's not good. Not for the Nationals. That's certainly not good. His last start for the postseason.
This is not good at all. Well, they won't be taking any chances, I guarantee you.
No.
He doesn't want to come out.
sure he doesn't. I mean,
you know what though? I mean, if he wanted to stay in a ball game, he could have just stayed on top of the mound and made the next pitch. But when he started walking around behind the mound, I mean, that's going to get him out of the game.
GM Mike Rizzo. Remember we ran into him yesterday.
Yep.
But yeah, there has to be some concern. You hope it's just precautionary that for the Nationals' sake.
He felt something and then took that little walk. You could see that he was unhappy.
It looked a little awkward, the delivery.
Yeah,
and the way he
I'm
landed.
thinking, was it something to do with how he landed? He tweaked his knee, ankle. I mean, that would be the best thing.
As long as it's nothing
to do with the arm.
Yeah, that right arm.
Take one more look, see if we can spot something that he may have done.
Watch that left leg land. Hard to tell.
You know, immediately he looked straight down at the ground. Like there was something, but you know that front foot plants about the same time the arm starts coming through. So it could obviously be either one of those. But as he was let go of the ball, he looked straight down at the ground. He was definitely felt something.
A.J. Cole will get as much time as he needs to get loose, and so we'll take a break. 1-0 Nats.
Time for the Toyota all-wheel drive RAV4th inning. Toyota, what drives you?
Well, welcome back. 1-0. Nats over the Bucks. Here we are in the fourth with one out. And Nats position players milling around. And there's Ryan Brown. Maybe we can get a hold of him, text him, invite him up.
Yeah, we need you. We need to get up here and take over for Dad. Dad had to leave us over on the other side. Ryan's out here for his birthday. Spent some time with some family.
19 years old, Ryan Brown.
Going to first year at Vanderbilt. Came out here to the Capitol to spend some time.
You know what's impressive about Ryan Brown?
Everything.
Coming to Washington, D.C.
Oh, okay. Well, what's that?
For his birthday. He left Nashville yesterday.
Yes.
After class. He didn't cut any classes. He went to class before he jumped on a plane.
I expect nothing less from Ryan. It's just well, he's always been.
Some Point Park tweets. Ashley. Never a dull moment.
No, it's not going to be dull. Joe's got what, about a 4.5-hour drive ahead of him right now. He'll be racing back home.
Yeah. Hopefully he won't break any laws, or he'll be safe, but he obviously will have to go back to the hotel and pack his belongings and take off.
Knowing Joe, it's probably pretty organized right now.
Probably.
He may have it the words already in the trunk. AJ Cole's numbers this season. 25 base on balls, so maybe he'll be a little on the wild side.
And here it's a 3-2 count. No.
Scherzer gets ball 4.
I was going to say, Scherzer will be charged with that walk.
You know, it's odd because I usually have somebody to ask these questions. And now I gotta like act like I know. Oh yeah, that's Scherzer.
We got talk back. We can always ask the truck. Jordan Luplow steps in. Struck out.
Now, he was one of my tips today because he was a late ad.
Uh-oh. Routine 5-4-3. So AJ Green, after the 1-pitch walk,
pulled the outside pitch, rolled over, put it on the ground.
We'll be back.
Jump ahead. We got our rally mask on to see if we can maybe at some point take this lead now that Scherzer's out of the ball game. You like the rally mask?
Yeah, it's
creative. Yeah, it's using your head.
Creative.
That is true. Last time up, Murphy would have singled to right. Got a curveball downstairs. Fairly long at bat, wouldn't he? Like 6-7 pitches before he.
I think it was the 8th pitch. And tell you what, we talked about on that side, does a great job of adjusting. You know, if you remember last night, Cole got him on a changeup down and away. Next at bat, first pitch changeup down and away, went with it, slapped it in the left. The second time he saw that curveball in that at bat that led off the second inning. It's almost like you can't throw him the same pitch twice.
Yeah, you kind of have to. Really, I mean, everybody can mix things up a little bit, but with him for sure. Now that was a fastball upstairs. Maybe he was a little late on it as he fouled it back. If they decide to stay with it. Going to be a hook.
Pretty good location down and away.
Well, it's time for our day automotive. This day in Pirates history. On this date, 1990, the Pirates destroyed the Cardinals 2-0 to clinch National League East title for the first time in 11 years. Dougie Drabek threw the complete Game 3 hitter for his 22nd win. That season, he had finished the year with a 2.76 ERA, and Doug got the Cy Young Award for that.
Did you know who the stranger was that snuck into the celebration there?
It looked like you. But that's good. I'm glad you did that. A young you.
A young me. I actually went to Cincy as a fan to watch the first 2 games of that series. And so, yeah, that they photoshopped me in there in 1990.
Oh, you were looking good.
Pretty good stash. How about this guy? Ryan Zimmerman. Once again, 3 infielders on the left side of the infield. Ryan Zimmerman back in the second with Murphy on second base. He advanced on a wild pitch, and Zimmerman took it upon himself to hit the ball the other way to move Murphy over. Ended up with an RBI base hit, and so the shift once again on here in the 4th, and once again hits a ground ball through the right side. 6 for 6 now in this series.
Well, you know, Zimmerman, I mean, at that stage of his career where, you know, I don't think he's getting too carried away with personal stuff. I mean, he's just right now, just to me, you know, team guy. He wants to win a World Series. That's kind of play, you know, baseball he's playing. He, you know, sells out to move guys forward, to, you know, take a single if that's what's being given to him.
How about the double he hit last night? The hustle double.
It was a single. He turned it into a double.
Yeah.
And, you know, he doesn't have a ton of speed. You know, not in his 20s anymore. But just, you know, kind of out of surprise.
Well, Luplo out and left. Gets a good break on it. Line drive hit pretty hard by Jason Worth for the second out. You know, we've talked about this, not you and I because we don't work together, but Greg and Joe, you know, about the MVP race, and you look at what Zimmerman has done for this offense and for the team. I mean, the leadership, the defense, the 108 now RBIs, over 300. He has to get consideration.
Yeah, it's going to be very competitive this year. We were talking about it about the Cy Young earlier. We showed the main contenders up there, and that also is going to be a competitive, I think, vote. So I don't know. It's good. It's a close year for a lot of these awards.
And Matt Wieters flied out to Starling Marte in the second. You know, the usual suspects you expect in the MVP race, like Rizzo in Chicago, Arenado in Colorado. But I think the guys that may be more deserving is Ryan Zimmerman or Charlie Blackmon in Colorado. The numbers are, I think Blackmon should win it. Personally.
You know, for me though, it's never, you know, player of the game. It's always that the valuable part of MVP means a lot if you're gonna, if that's what you're gonna call the award. Not player of the year.
Jamison Tyone able to strand Zimmerman. Still 1-0. 1-0 Nats. As always, the black and gold on the road.
Definitely travels well. Well, there they are. Your guy's not there, though. What happened?
No Ryan Zimmerman. Not giving him any props, but obviously Anthony Rizzo's in the conversation, even though Zimmerman's numbers are better. Arenado has to be there.
If you're talking to where your team is doesn't really mean anything, then look at Stanton's numbers. 59 home runs. Just some incredible stuff. 130 RBIs. I mean, that's right there with Arenado.
And Paul Goldschmidt's like this every year. 336 and 100 RBIs. And
he's Mr. Consistency.
Yeah, and the Diamondbacks obviously are in the postseason, so definitely deserves consideration. So A.J. Cole facing Gregory Polanco. Polanco flew out the center his first time up. We got on Cole. We got
I don't have a sheet on him. We're going to have to do it the old-fashioned way. Wait a minute. No, I do have a sheet on him. The old reliever page.
Here you go.
No, I already had one.
Give you my notes.
He's got what's the 2-1 count. If he gets to 2 strikes, I got a good one for you. Oh, there he is, right there. Half the time, 50% of the time, he's got 3 pitches. So half the time he throws a slider when he's got 2 strikes. So I'm betting right now. Betting the farm slider. Look for him. Look for him to hang it. Uh-oh. 2. No.
The curveball.
He only does that 18% of the time. See, because he can't command it. He has no control of it.
Well, he's looking for the chase. He started it over the middle of the plate. To the right-handed batters, he throws the slider 54% of the time. The left-handed batters, he doesn't throw the slider at all. Look at the left-handed batters, the usage. Look at fastball, changeup, curveball. He hasn't thrown a slider to a lefty all year, according to this.
What was that pitch right there?
At 80?
What's the scoreboard say?
Let me see the sheet. The curveball was 80. The curveball, he averages 80 miles an hour.
That was a slider.
It was a curveball.
Slider.
There you see, he actually hung the curveball down the middle, but Polanco couldn't do anything with it.
Scoreboard said slider. I got to go with the scoreboard.
Well, maybe
they're never wrong. It's their guy, their own guy. They know him better than we do.
Well, maybe we can back it up and catch the sign that Wieters gave before that pitch.
You argue more than Greg does.
There's a slider at 84. First pitch.
He humped up on the slider a little bit there.
The numbers are right in front of you, Bob. You don't know how to read the numbers.
Throwing this away. I don't like it. No more reliever sheet for the night.
Now I had 0-2.
Kind of interesting in a mix of AJ and Cole.
Mm-hmm. Could be a tough play there for the third baseman. Defoe. Nice throw on the run.
Now earlier Brownie thought that it would be fun to ask some of the folks what my ailment next year will be. That it seems like every year something happens to me. So we've got some Point Park University tweets coming in. A finger. I'm going to break my finger catching a foul ball. Goes on 10-day DL. That's a good one. Fall out of the booth. I hope this is not where I fall out of the booth. It's 10 miles down. Whew.
Yeah,
that would not be good.
No, that would not. There would be more than a DL step.
We are way up here.
Yeah,
that's our view.
That would be. There you see us.
It would take me more than 10 days to get over that one.
You'd be in the box.
Yeah, not the batter's box.
Well, there's your slider out in front again at 84 miles per hour. Diaz struck out back in the third.
That's what AJ used to throw his curveball at 84.
Yeah.
Which always was one of the most impressive things about him, that he was able to maintain that curveball velocity as he got older.
Oh, his stuff stayed the same. That was very impressive, and we talked about it when he was here the first time and the second time, whether it was his first start or his last start, his first pitch or his last pitch.
Oh, yeah.
The stuff was the same, velocity wise.
Wonder if the the hitters who've prepared themselves, thought about it all day. Scherzer, Cy Young Award winner last year, maybe Cy Young Award winner this year. You get kind of psyched up for that, I would think. And now for the rest of this, I mean, he's out of there early. Is it relief? What goes through a hitter's mind when that real tough guy you've been dreading all day, you only see him once? Does it make any difference?
Yeah. A guy like Scherzer, I think, being that we don't see the Nats a lot, and so you don't see Scherzer a whole bunch, you like the idea of facing him. But you're definitely not disappointed that he's out of the game. I mean, you always want to face the best guys. Line driving to right center. Michael Taylor shading Diaz that way. A nice running catch to get us halfway through this one. Nothing lead. Bucks with just the one hit. You want to host your next special event at the ballpark? PNC Park is the perfect place for corporate outings, weddings, holiday parties, and more. Catering options are available in the many beautiful venues located throughout the ballpark. For more information, go to pirates.com/PNC Park events. That was really good.
That was outstanding. Excellent announcer voice you were using there too. That was one of the best I've ever come across.
Tyone heading to the fifth inning here. Facing Taylor. Taylor intentionally walked his first time up.
Michael A. Taylor.
No. Getting a borderline call on the 1-0 pitch. A 2-0 fastball. Hit well left, but not well enough. Loop low. A step in front of the warning track, able to haul it in.
Pretty good combination of things they got going for this offense. Guys that can really burn, can run. Guys that got the power.
Average.
Yeah, batting averages. There's not a lot of places up and down the lineup you can really rest. Talked about this on the radio. Even, some of the guys that aren't having the gaudy numbers, like say Worth, for instance, still it's a name guy that you can't take for granted, and it's tough up and down, and that's why they're the best. That's why they won this Eastern Division early.
A.J. Cole
got the base hit. Blanco tried to throw him out.
Second hit on the year, 14 at bats. And just a fastball, and sliced it out there. Polanco was thinking about it.
Yeah, Bell, he definitely was thinking. Right now, look, he is breaking as fast as he can. They had to have talked about that early. Bell never even looked back to see what was going on. He just went right to that bag.
As an outfielder, when a pitcher is up and you play way in, and you hope for that. That ball wasn't hit quite hard enough, but you almost want that line drive, one hopper.
I don't know if you know this or not, but back when I first started, the outfielders would get thrown at for that. If you tried to throw a pitcher out, you were going to get thrown at by that pitcher next time up.
Yeah,
that was a no-no. You did not try to throw the pitchers out at first base.
I can see why that would be upsetting.
Pitchers would say, okay, you want to play like that, then.
Well, I would say as a position player, well, if you want a base hit, then run. Don't jog, run through the bag.
I understand that, but the pitcher's got the last word.
Well, don't see that much anymore.
No. Had a right fielder apologize to me one time.
Oh?
Tried to throw me out first. Later on said he was sorry. It won't happen again.
Did you beat it?
Oh, yeah.
Trey Turner. Routine fly ball to Luplow for the second out. Bryce Harper getting.
If he hadn't have got hurt, might not have been much talk about the MVP.
True. Think about the chunk of games he's missed.
Yeah, he missed, what was it, 40 games?
Yeah.
And still hit 29 home runs and pushing 100 RBIs. If he would have put up giant numbers for a team that won going away.
And I wonder, is he going to see enough pitching? Is he going to get enough at bats before the postseason starts to get that timing back? Even if he does start feeling a little better, let's just say by tomorrow, then he still has to wait another 4 games to see live action again. And so I think it's a bit of a handicap for teams that have won divisions that have to wait 4 days before they start their postseason. Bad looking swing there. Good job once again by Diaz making the block. Pitcher Cole at first, not going anywhere.
Well, you got a good hook, one of the best in the game. This one by that far. That ball hit actually on the front edge of home plate. It looked like way out there.
Yeah, and again, we're talking about a guy that hasn't had many at bats, and timing. If he didn't miss that much time, I don't think he's as jumpy. I don't think he's as in between. We've seen him late on fastballs, out in front of breaking balls. That's timing, and that takes a while to come back. There's an example of being late on the fastball at 95.
Pretty nice location on that fastball too. After that hook down on the front edge of the plate, getting that swing and miss earlier in the bat, and then perfectly placed. Diaz didn't have to hardly move the glove at all. Right up in on the hands. That's something that you get from Taillon most of the time, that mix of stuff and control.
Yeah.
It's been a little inconsistent this year, I think, because of some of the problems he had injury-wise and medical-wise, but he still is as good as it gets on a certain night. And boy, he's got that hook going now.
Looking good here tonight. Just 1 through 5. Scoreboard, Bucks trailing 1-0. Max Scherzer, if you just joined us, exiting the game with 1 out in the 4th inning. Not sure why, but he held the Pirates just the 1 hit through his 3 1/3. And A.J. Cole still loosening, getting ready for this 6th inning. Got a new first baseman, Adam Lind, replacing Ryan Zimmerman. Zimmerman, a couple of hits today, 6 for 6 in the series, and I'm sure Dusty Baker just
these games are
meetings.
They're basically like spring training games for a little bit for both teams. The Pirates are playing some of the younger guys. You get more off. We'll blow out there.
And you certainly don't want to get anybody else hurt.
Oh, the Nationals, it's kind of a fine line, though, that especially you were talking about with Harper, trying to get him at bats, get him ready for the postseason. But any kind of a freak play could happen anytime. And somebody out there that you're really depending on, whether it's Harper or anybody. I mean, the Scherzer thing would really be just devastating to him if it's something serious. So yeah, they gotta worry. That's just another thing about when you're clinching early. You got these decisions to kind of agonize over about who do you play, how long do you leave him out there for. I was a little surprised Strasburg last night. He's pitching so well, but I didn't think they'd let him go 100 pitches.
No, I mean, yeah, I thought
like 80 pitches would be a nice workout.
Sure.
Get ready for the postseason, but they let him go out there almost like just a normal game. He started to kind of run out of gas. His control started to leave him. They got him out of there just like you would normally see. And I think some people will argue that that's the way to do it. Don't try to change anything. I don't know if there's a right way or a wrong way.
Daniel Murphy, Trey Turner, and obviously valuable pieces. But, I mean, you can't go into a game thinking, I'm sure the players aren't worried about anything like that, but
no, They're not thinking.
Anthony Rendon getting the night off. I think I saw that he got Nationals Player of the Year or something. He got an award prior to the game.
Awards are nice.
Awards?
Yeah.
I wouldn't know.
Neither would I. My mantle has got family pictures on it. No awards.
Max Moroff.
Greg won an Emmy this year.
Yeah? How about that? Does he actually get an Emmy?
I would think so, yeah. It's on his mantle.
And that's pretty impressive. Remember, we'll have us over to take a picture with it.
Yeah, I would like that.
Hold an Emmy. Eighth pitch coming to Max Moroff. Moroff with the only hit for the Pirates. And wastes the fastball up in the zone.
I think that's one of the questions the Pirates are going to have to answer this offseason about Moroff. What kind of a hitter is he going to be at this level? I think he has shown much more, obviously, at the minor leagues, that he can be a plus on offense.
Yeah, he has some power, obviously. Has a decent eye as he looks at that fastball down and away. For the first time tonight, the Pirates get a leadoff batter on. The one thing Moroff has shown, as far as I'm concerned, is that he's a good defender and in the middle. And the one thing that you always wondered about, like, who was going to back up Jordy Mercer? We really didn't have that true shortstop to back Mercer up if anything were to happen to him. Jameson, nice job of getting the bunt down. For the first time tonight, the Pirates with a runner in scoring position. And who better to hit with the runner in scoring position than Adam Frazier? Adam, 333 hitter this year with runners on second or third. Am I not supposed to use stats?
No, you are. You're definitely supposed to. You're in that chair. Read them out. That's the stat chair right there. You're not supposed to take so long to read them out, though. I mean, you were like studying like you were doing homework or something.
There was a note in here the other day about Adam Frazier and how good he's been with runners in scoring position of late. And now it's not here.
Well, but I still believe that what you said earlier applies, and that's the main point. We are analysts. They have to take our word for it. We don't have to give him the exact number every time. He's a good hitter with guys in scoring position. He's a good hitter with 2 strikes. He hits lefties very well. And somewhere there's numbers that you can find that'll back those statements up. We just don't have them.
Well, that's the reason why it's no longer in the notes. Jimmy T.
He decided been in there long enough.
Been in there long enough.
There's only so much room in there for notes. They have to kind of pick and choose which ones they're going to put in on a given day.
Seems to me like over the last few weeks, Frazier was sitting, I want to say 500 or something.
Sounds good to me. I'm not going to argue with that.
With runners in scoring position. Ballpark figure.
See, I'm not like one of the guys you're usually sitting with that are going to like now dive in and look it up on their little pads and all that stuff. I'm just going to let it go.
Okay. Well, I'm not the guy that when you sit here and tell me that there was a curveball when it was actually a slider, or a slider when it was actually a curveball, I'm not just going to sit here and agree and say that you're right.
I noticed that right away.
So it works both ways.
I noticed that right away,
buddy.
I backed you up, and you're like, throw me to the wolves. Right under the bus, laying on the train tracks, whatever you want to say. It's all right. That stat sheet with those numbers on it, that's in the trash back there. We'll never have to mess with that anymore. In fact, I'm going to have Adam not bring that up tomorrow.
No, not at all. I'm guessing Rob King's on his way for the Mars game, right?
Flying in private jet.
Oh, another hard hit ball. Frazier, unfortunately, right at Adam Lind, able to make the play. One hopper. Does move more off over to third. Hard hit.
By the way, I mean, that was 84 miles an hour.
A slider.
Yeah.
That was the first one he's thrown to a lefty,
To a lefty
all year.
all year. Yeah. Yeah. I just want to point that out.
According to that stat sheet.
Yeah. That was a slider to a lefty. Okay. First one all year. There it was, folks. You saw it.
Yeah. And
amazing.
Marte looking for his first hit. Oh, for 2 with a couple of punch outs. Both of those at bats coming against Max Scherzer. So his first time facing AJ Cole.
The Moroff runs pretty decent. Got some quickness out there. Would Marte ever think about trying to lay one down in these scenarios? You see him try to bunt an awful lot with nobody on base.
Yeah, Defoe's keeping an eye on him. He's a little close to the line and not playing deep, but not playing even with the bag. And I'm sure Marte is taking a peek down there. 2 on count. It's a possibility. He also has that 10-game hitting streak. I'm sure he wants to extend.
Yeah, he's so good at the infield hits. So we got a guy at third base.
Backup slider that the hitter called that the cement mixer. Just kind of has the slider rotation, but it doesn't break. It doesn't move. It stays in, and oftentimes it crosses up the hitter.
Nope, outside. They recognize it as a slider, and they start after it, and they're thinking that it's going to wander out into the strike zone, and it just never moves. Get a jam shot, swing and a miss.
Yeah, that's what you see more times than not. You see a late swing, you see a hitter tied up. Payoff pitch, and AJ Cole finally decides on the fastball away. And for the third time, Marte goes down swinging. Head to the bottom of the 6th. That's 1. Buckos nothing.
We'll be back.
AT&T Sportsnet is brought to you by the Chevy Silverado and your Western PA Chevy dealers. And by Day Automotive. We're going to make your day. Let's go Bucks!
PMC scoreboard 1-0. A lot going on offensively. Pretty good pitching first. Max Scherzer and A.J. Cole and Jameson Taillon pitching a nice game himself. Just the one run allowed through 5, just 68 pitches. Facing Wilmer Defoe 0 for 2 with a couple of line outs.
Oh, Taillon's in a game I'm sure kind of thought he might be in. Going up against Scherzer, that he's got to do everything just about perfect.
Can't make many mistakes, especially against this lineup. And Pirates offense struggling.
Well, you could kind of tell early on about what they were thinking about as far as how many runs they could give up. I don't know if it went into Marte's thinking or not, but he could have kept the double play in order early on, but he threw the ball all the way home, and we had the intentional walk early to get Scherzer up at the plate.
And by the way,
we're playing this like it's going to be a very low-scoring game on defense anyway.
I didn't even watch, by the way. Marte looks like Defoe going to fly out to right for a second time. I didn't even watch the throw from Marte because I didn't think he'd throw. The ball wasn't hit hard. It was the right side. Marte had to go to his left, so he's going to throw it back a little bit across his body. Murphy going on contact. I was watching Zimmerman to see if he was going to try to go to second on the throw. And because Zimmerman last night, like we mentioned, running hard, playing hard, and I was shocked when I saw that throw come in and how close it was.
Oh, at the plate?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was an amazing throw.
I mean, with nobody out, you don't send anybody like that if it's going to be close.
Yeah.
So I think they were probably pretty surprised also.
I'm sure. I didn't see any replays actually to see if Murphy was going hard around third, because he probably thought he was going to score easily, but he is 1 for 2 as you take a look at the third base coach, Bob Henley. And Murphy heading the count 2-1. 2 hard hit balls, that base hit that led off the second. 2 hopper hit to Frazier in fourth. Go back to the second inning. Runner on second. That's Murphy with 2 outs. Zimmerman just trying to move him over. That ball not hit hard to the right side. And that ball arrives about the same time Daniel Murphy arrives. And he wasn't.
He was run hard.
Yeah, he wasn't taking it easy. But you see him look back not once but twice, thinking, "Wow."
After he slid across home plate, I mean, yeah, he's looking back, going, "Wow, where did that ball come from?"
Another put out for Jordan Luplow. Out and left, 2 down here in the 6th. Go back to the top of the 4th inning with 1 out. Max Scherzer was facing Josh Bell, and something goes awry here with this delivery. See how he landed a bit awkwardly, and then, as Bob pointed out, he looks down right away.
I mean, immediately, like upset about something. No limping going off. I mean, it'll be. We haven't heard anything either,
No.
which is kind of a curiosity as to, like, where's the discomfort at? We don't know where the discomfort is.
I'm sure for the Nationals fans and
Cubs are curious.
Cubs are probably hoping it's a little more than discomfort.
Could this be a dusty ploy?
Hard to hit ball, but Marte there. Another clean inning for Jameson Taillon. Through 6, 1-0 Nationals. 1-0 game. UPMC scoreboard. It's a Point Park tweet. Susan here at Nationals Park having a great time, as is Sarah Kennedy.
I've noticed just walking around the city a little bit during the day. You see the black and gold everywhere, Pirate Peas. It is a nice, comfortable trip down here. And you get to see the nation's capital a little bit during the day and a good ball game in the evening. And you can root for both teams if you want.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. It's all baseball.
There was a fan here yesterday with a jersey that was half Pittsburgh, half Washington. Don't know if you saw that.
Cole doesn't look much different than Scherzer did out there.
No, looking good.
Throwing the ball, hitting spots, decent velocity with some movement on it. That 95-mile-an-hour fastball and a little tail.
He's worked 2 2/3 innings. He's only allowed the 1 base runner. That was the walk of Max Moroff back.
You know, when you're a quote-unquote long man and Scherzer's pitching that day, you don't really think you're going to do much. That's supposed to be a day off. So that, that's another thing that how could he really be prepared to come in and pitch early in this ball game? What do you need?
Let me see your stats. Greg took my stats.
Stat pack. There you go.
Oh, there we go. I actually think I got it.
One pitch away from a leadoff walk.
In back-to-back innings. A 3-2 pitch.
Yeah, that was a possible ball 4, but
it took a little bit off.
Bell decided to let her offer at it anyway.
Look at the runaway. It almost, I thought it was a changeup at first, but 92, that's definitely a fastball, 2-seam fastball, but we've seen him throw as hard as 95, so just turned it over a bit. And once again,
pitch against. That one there didn't look like it had as much movement on it, but it did have that little bit of a tail there at the end, which it probably looks like it's going to sit right on the corner, and it's 3-2. You can't take it, so Bell's offering.
Eighth pitch to the at bat looks like the breaking ball. And a good eye, good at bat for Josh Bell, and now back-to-back innings. The Pirates with the leadoff batter on.
It's going to happen tomorrow. 3 o'clock game. That's all I know about it.
Well, let's take a look at the Nissan road ahead. Stephen Brault will go for the Pirates. Look for his second win. He's going against Gio Gonzalez. A great year from Gonzalez, the left-hander. 31 starts, 15 wins, an ERA at 2.75.
Yeah, you really don't expect to get that strong of a year from Gonzalez. He came through for him this year in a big way. And Brault has been looking very strong since being called up here at the end of the season.
His last start, maybe the best we've seen. Good changeup in that start.
I was talking to Ray. I did the interview for tomorrow's pregame on the radio. Did it today with him and asked about a lot of the young guys, what they need to do for next year to take another step. And Brault, I mean, he didn't hesitate right away. Said breaking ball. He's got to tighten that pitch up, get a little more confidence with it, a little bit better command of it.
A ball up the middle. Murphy able to cut it off on the short hop. Flips it to a shortstop Turner. The throw from Turner to Lynn just a bit late. Luplow able to stay out of the double play. Thought off the bat it might get up the middle, but
watch this turn. Did he touch the base?
Take a look. Sliding off the back. Perhaps shortstops a lot of times will do that. They don't typically, when they come across the bag, they don't typically step on the bag. They just kind of feel and rub their toe on the back of the second base bag.
Well, nowadays they don't allow you to miss it.
No,
you
yeah.
have to make contact. They won't let you just kind of like run your. If your foot is just an inch off as you're running behind it, they'll make the safe call if they see it.
Polanco looking for a hit, 0 for 2.
That for years was kind of called the neighborhood play. They would give the middle infielders some leeway out there to make those turns.
Never go from a different angle. You could see him.
Yeah, it looked like his toe did rub right up against the backside of that base. Did happen.
Murphy able to knock down the hard smash from Gregory Polanco. Takes that glove off. I'm sure that hand is stinging a bit. Polanco right on the button. A hard hit ball, but retired. Nice job of Daniel Murphy staying with it.
Not a smile on his face.
No, that hurt. I'm wondering now, looking back.
Where it hit him?
Yeah. It hit him in the foot. Yeah, it hit him in the shin. I don't know why he took his glove off. That got him in the shin. He's playing it off. That ball.
Yeah, he's acting like, got me on the hand, but no, that was leg.
Ouch.
Ouch is right.
108 miles per hour off the bat.
Yep. Slowed down quite a bit before it hit him in the leg, but probably still doing 90 something as it slammed into his shin.
I mean, you think about how many guys foul balls off their shin or foot, and how long it takes them to get back in the batter's box. So oftentimes the trainer comes out. He's played that off extremely well, because that didn't glance off him. That hit him square. Rodriguez, like most of his teammates, 0 for 2. And the hole here, 0 and 2.
That time tried to go with the four-seam fastball. A little bit more velocity, less movement on it.
Whoa. Very wild pitch. AJ Cole, nothing Matt Wieters could do about that one.
Nope, not a thing he could do about it. Good thing this wasn't a slider to a lefty. It hit him in the leg.
And now 90 feet away is Jordan Luplow.
Throw another one out there.
Yeah. Another one of those will tie it up. Went right back to that slider. A better location there. Started off the outside edge. Got Rodriguez to chase, so the score remains 1-0. Jameson Taillon still out there with a strong first 6 innings. Just the 1-run scoring in the bottom of the 2nd inning.
That's a great way to end the season, to be able to come out, throw up a game like this so far.
Jason Worth 0 for 2.
Worth in the last year of a long contract. It was about a 5-6 year contract. Been here for,
I want to say 6.
a number of years. But had that big year with Philadelphia.
Yeah, he had the one big year with Philly where he had 99 RBIs. That was the year before.
That was before he was free.
And then I think he had 84, 85 RBIs his free agent year. And we got this, obviously, I don't want to say 6 years, 127 million or so. And I remember talking to Garrett Jones in the offseason at Pirate Fest or something. I said, you know, Jason Worth had one more RBI than you. What are you making next year?
I do remember that conversation, as a matter of fact. Well, you mentioned that. You got to have that year at the right time.
Yes, you do. I'm sure a lot of people thought he was a little overpaid. Looks like the Nats will have a new pitcher come on in the 8th. That's any Romero.
Jameson might not be out there all that much longer either. So it's pitch number 86, and I think we got some action in our bullpen.
Nebraska's Vegas getting loose. Full count for Worth.
MLB.tv every night, every device. Watch every out-of-market regular season game live. Plus, get a free subscription to At Bat Premium, the #1 app for live baseball. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv for your details. I got it. You got it?
I got it.
I love the archive function where you can go back and look at games. You have a question about what happened last time you played somebody.
Oh, we just used it the other day. A routine out. 2 easy tappers here in the 7th. But we were driving back to the hotel, remember?
Yeah.
I wanted to show you something that went on during the game. Something I thought was cute.
It was cute. I remember that.
Easy breezy. Now, if you missed it, the Brewers eliminated this afternoon. I think they blew a 6-0 lead. And so,
yeah, I mean, I think the Rockies were going to maybe win anyway, but well, that was a good story for the Brewers.
Oh, great year.
They weren't expected to do anything, and here they were, had a shot at making the playoffs right to the penultimate game of the season.
There it is.
You know, we had to get it in.
Well, yeah. It's the first, I was going to say, it's the first time that I didn't hear it on the air.
In years.
The day before the last game.
Normally it's not me saying it, though, but since there's no one else to do it, I had to throw it out there.
You know, the Brewers end up winning that game today. I mean, that would have been interesting. The Rockies that just getting underway. They have an early lead against the Dodgers 3-0, but I think there's a little more pressure on the Rockies if the Brewers were able to win. They're going to force the Rockies to win either tonight or tomorrow. And good fastball there. Jameson Taillon. What a night for Jamo. Fastball 7 strong, just a 1. Somebody score a run for him. very impressive innings here tonight against these Nats. Fastball working, the curveball working, two-seamer there to Moroff. A lot of easy ground balls to the infield.
Now, this is exactly what you wanted to see out of him on his last start. Of course, yeah, if you want to win the ball game against Scherzer, you had to pitch like this. And we're not talking about an easy lineup to go against either. I mean, he went up against some pretty big guns tonight and made it look easy.
He did, and you wonder, after that leadoff base hit by Murphy in the second, who ends up scoring the only run against J-Mo. There was a wild pitch in that next at bat to Zimmerman that got him on second base. You see there just 4 hits in the 7 innings, but that second hit allowed, Zimmerman just hitting the ball the other way. Murphy's on first. Could have been a double play ball.
Yep. I think it was almost like a little snap hook changeup that jumped outside on him, and that cost him. So Romero's numbers on the season. A lot of strikeouts. Good arm, throws hard.
96 from the left-hander past Elias Diaz, who is 0 for 2. .225 on the year.
Three and 2/3 innings for Cole. Gave up no hits. That's pretty good. The long man work.
Yeah, I'd say so. And Cole has started 8 games this year of his 10 appearances, so he's been stretched out.
The length doesn't make any difference.
Right, but
throwing the no-hit baseball, it's like he had to try and match Scherzer.
Ball fisted to Murphy. Easy out. One away here in the 8th. Well, make your next event one to remember with a special visit from the Pirate Parrot. You can easily schedule the Parrot for your next community gathering, birthday party, or corporate outing. There's no limit on the fun the Pirate Parrot can bring to your event. Head to pirates.com/Pirate Parrot for more information. The only batter the Nationals have yet to retire tonight, Max Moroff, 1 for 1 with a walk. The Pirates' lone hit back in the 3rd. And led off the 6th with a free pass. Stranded at third base. By the way, I've yet to mention there's a new catcher in the game. Weeder's an abbreviated evening. That would be Severino, Pedro. Moroff turns on that one, but just a bit out front. Second deck. 96 mile per hour fastball. Bucko fan with souvenir down third base line.
Every now and then, Moroff kind of surprises you, I think, with the pop in his bat, because he's not a real big guy, but when he gets a hold of one, it'll jump out of here.
2-2 pitch, another fastball at 98. Just missing, up and in. What do you got going?
2x4 got loose back here. I got jammed back in there. Just doing a little carpenter work.
Another good at bat.
Yep.
Max Moroff.
Well, they kept trying to tie him up inside. They started him out with a backdoor breaking ball that looked like a pretty good pitch, but it got called a ball. And then after that, they were working him up and in, and they couldn't get the job done. And Max is on.
Tying run aboard. Jose Osuna to pinch hit for Tyone. Mike Maddox.
The scouting report.
Secretive as always.
Yeah, you gotta make sure nobody knows the information that you're giving, because it's a scouting report. You don't want the other team to know your scouting report on them.
Of course not.
Could be a game changer. Nice lead.
Nice cut. 97. Middle of the plate. Osuna.
We know Osuna's got plenty of pop.
George Contos. Looks like he's ready to pitch the 8th. Hopefully with a lead.
Max out there, kind of a one-way lead. He's out the cut of the grass. But when Romero's foot comes up, he's taking a big jump back to first.
Yeah, it's always when you're on first base with a lefty up there and you don't know what kind of move they have. I mean, there's reports, and you know, KB could probably sit there and tell him, "Ah, not a very good move." But the last thing you want to do is get picked off. So, kind of a one-way lead. You're thinking back to first.
That wasn't a very good move.
No.
See that coming. But that doesn't mean that's his best move. That could have just been a token toss over there.
Barty works with the outfielders, works with the base runners, does a lot of research, and so I'm sure he's looked at tape.
You could see there how Moroff going back to the bag on the pitch going home. Still not sure.
You know, the guys with the good moves, when it looks like they're going home, they come to first. When they look like when they're going home, they look like they're coming to first, and when they come to first, they want you to look like they're going home. If that made any sense.
Perfectly clear. Nope, he did not swing at that.
Again, Romero liking to come inside and trying to tie up Osuna.
Well, he's got that big fastball, so I would imagine that is his normal game plan all the time. Is them righties, I'm just going to stay on their hands, make them try to get the head of the bat out to catch that 98-mile-an-hour fastball, 99 in that case. When you got that kind of velocity, it allows you to kind of stick with one thing and make those other guys make the big adjustment to try to beat you. He did this to Moroff, but he couldn't get the strikeout swing. But with Osuna, same deal. Fastballs in, try to tie him up, and he did get the swing and a miss for strike 3.
Another move over to first, not a good one. And here's with 2 outs, lefty on lefty. Here's an opportunity where I wouldn't be surprised to see if Max Moroff
and you got to
off.
take a chance.
Yeah,
you have to get that big lead that he's been getting. Except, don't go back. First move, take off.
Exactly.
You can't worry about getting picked off. You take off on first move, even if it's a pickoff throw. Still try to beat it. Try to beat the throw from first.
And there are signs, by the way, as far as there's a stolen base sign where go if you get a jump. There's also a stolen base sign, go first move against the lefty.
Now, these last 2 pitches, he has not jumped back toward first. Both of them he has stayed planted. But it's getting a little
And the move he has shown has been pretty obvious. Even if you're thinking first move, you might be able to adjust and get back if he throws over. And now we saw mostly fastballs to the righties, all sliders here to Adam Frazier.
They really thrown him a very good slider yet.
No, everything's staying in.
It's not breaking hard. But then he might be lucky it's not breaking because it's not breaking out toward the middle of the plate. Or Frazier can hit it. There's been no move. I don't think he has a move. He would have done something. He would have shown it by now. Go. I got it picked off.
Another slider. Beats Adam Frazier to chase. And catcher Severino has to finish the play. So now through 7.5, the Pirates still with just the one hit.
TNT Sportsnet is brought to you by Barrel. Visit Barrel.com to learn more about our 3 conveniently located collision centers. And by Levin's, the official furniture and mattress supplier to the Pittsburgh Pirates. For the best quality, service, and value, shop Levin's. Let's go Bucks!
Still 1-0. Not a lot going on offensively. A lot of good pitching.
Some of the puppies might be going home early.
Didn't even know it was pup night.
Yeah, this game's not over, so they better not go home early.
Pirate pitcher George Contos.
He has pitched well since coming to the Pirates. Had a little trouble there for a while. Was his groin, right? That had bothered him. Went on the DL for a short time.
He faces a pinch hitter, Howie Kendrick.
It's kind of a cool night. It's not like they have fur coats or anything. You got to put the blanket around them. I don't think they don't have that nice area for their pup night that they have at PNC Park.
It doesn't look like it.
They're just kind of just sitting in a stand somewhere. I don't think the dogs would like that. You know, there's nowhere for them to run around. They don't have that little gravel pit area back there.
No place to do their business. Routine out for Contos gets the veteran Kendrick. This guy is just.
Hey, how about to share the wealth there a little bit, huh? I mean, come on. How about just one piece? Come on. Come on, one piece.
Thousands of kernels.
Yeah. Come on, Dad. Just give me one piece. One piece. Come on. Look at. See my nose sticking up here? Come on. What? Come on. Yeah, there it is. Come on. Come on. Oh, did you drop one? Didn't drop it all the way.
And he was showing off that it didn't hit the floor.
You know, some dogs don't pay attention. That dog right there is in the game. You see that?
Locked
focused.
In, yep.
Looking around.
Not the only one. Good breaking ball there. Get ahead and count 1-2. Trey Turner 0 for 3.
Contos, definitely the way he has pitched and really looking back on his work with the Giants over the last couple of years, he's going to be an important part of the bullpen next season for the Pirates.
Yep. You would think.
One of the things that I like about him, I don't want to jinx him here, but he throws a lot of strikes. He's not afraid of the bat. He's going to, get the ball in the strike zone and see what happens. Trust his stuff.
Yeah, I think he has good command when he doesn't want to be in the strike zone.
Yeah.
Like that last pitch was a good pitch. You get a chase on that oftentimes.
And then when it gets back to 2-2, we're back in the strike zone. Stuff good enough to get an out in the strike zone.
Good movement. Two-seam fastball. Easy two-hopper for Moroff.
No, but Harper, this is a guy that you think about, do I trust my stuff there?
Yeah.
But Harper now has not been back for very long, so not really in the swing of things yet.
I'm trying to figure out if he's had a hit since coming off the DL. No, he doesn't have a hit in this series. 0 for 7. 0 for 3 tonight with a couple of punch outs.
Well, I think after that last strike, didn't he discipline his bat a little bit, so it may behave better this time.
Nothing like a good old snap.
You got to teach the bat who's boss occasionally.
Two-0. That's another thing that Contos can do. He falls behind the count. He's flip a breaking ball in there.
It doesn't
for a strike.
necessarily have to throw it. Go to his fastball. He can do some other things.
You see the slider, the third pitch. Is that it again?
Yeah. Same pitch. Mile an hour different, a little bit different location. The other one, I think he just tried to throw for a strike. This one was on the inside corner, which actually that's probably not a good spot for that pitch, to be honest with you.
That's what I mean. It didn't have a whole lot of break either. So I don't know if the intent was to get it to break off the plate.
Yeah, I don't think he wanted to leave that one right there. That's one that you might not get back when Harper's swinging the bat well.
Once again, the Nats go down 3 up, 3 down for the third straight inning, and just 3 more outs left for the Bucks. Got to score here tonight.
Telecast is presented by the authority of the Pittsburgh Pirates and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Yeah, the Bucs regular season final is tomorrow afternoon, and we'll have it for you here on AT&T Sportsnet. Steven Brault is scheduled to face Gio Gonzalez, so join us at 2:30 for Pirates pregame, presented by WB Mason as we get you ready for the Bucs final game. Train the rain.
Steven Brault, Point Park tweet, 2 more games left. Get to pitch one of them. Can't wait to finish strong.
I'm looking forward to him pitching. I'm very impressed with not only what he did this season at AAA. I mean, his stats down there were just incredible, but since he's been up here, he's done some great work moving that fastball in and out. He can get outs with it in the strike zone. He's been breaking some bats, able to jam those right-handers. Been interesting.
Victor Robles will take over for Bryce Harper in right field.
How about his speed, Robles?
Yeah. One of those top prospects. Some speed, power.
Somebody got a piece, maybe. I think there was a little popcorn that was shared there. One kernel. That's all we needed. That was the good luck piece.
Marte looking for his first hit. Takes first pitch strike. And looking for some contact. 3 punch outs for Marte. Tied up once again behind the count, 0-2.
You see Kinsler's numbers on the season. It can be extremely tough. 238 batting average.
5 homers, 70 2/3 innings. Go, 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 go.
Oh, I don't know. What do you think?
I think they got him.
I think he's safe. Princey says, yep. Oh, yeah, he's safe.
Challenge it. Well, that's good news. Hopefully he's okay. He's kind of limbering up down there. This slow chopper to the shortstop Turner. Anytime he hits anything soft, it's a challenge, and we are going to have a challenge. Bang bang play. Does he beat it? I believe so. Yes,
he's safe.
Allegheny Health Network Supermo will show you. Yep, foot's on the bag.
Yeah, that's not going to take them long to figure that one out.
So Starling. Good wheels on the bases. The tying run with nobody out on first base is Marte. In his last at bat, able to extend that 10-game hitting streak, now at 11.
Now, the fact that, something must have bothered him as he crossed the plate.
Liner, but right at Robles.
Oh, Robles trying to play a little game. See that?
Yeah.
Where's it at? I don't see it. Marte is like, no, I don't play that. That didn't work.
If a rookie is going to play this game like you can't see it, does he get hit too?
Well, if a pitcher hit the ball, yeah, or if a pitcher was running.
Yeah, Marte not forward. And the Bucs down their last 2 outs.
Nobody gets hit anymore, though, when it comes right down to it.
No, that's true. Not on purpose, at least.
No, the Jay Hayes, right?
By the way, real quick, I got to give a shout out to Mike Zacher, diagnosed with brain cancer 4 years ago. He now is doing well. So good news, Mike.
Very good news.
You know Dave. Fantasy camper. Okay. Exactly. Jordan Luplow. He too 0 for 3. Get out. Here we go. Marte held up a little bit. Got a pretty good arm out there in Robles, so he's only going to be able to move up 90 feet. But Jordan Luplow coming through with a base hit here in the top of the ninth. Now the Pirates with 2 on, 1 out. Stays inside that 93-mile-per-hour fastball that Kinsler, I doubt, wanted to leave there.
No, he didn't want the fastball to be in that spot, but I like what you said about Luplow's swing there, like staying inside the ball, not getting carried away in the moment with the tying run, and trying to win it all with one swing and maybe pulling that ball on the ground.
Polanco, a good eye there on a borderline pitch.
Last time up, tore Murphy's leg off.
A bullet, one hopper off the shin.
108 miles an hour off the bat.
Fastball catching the outside edge. Even the count 1-1.
Yeah, it's just a dot and an I there.
Just above that first pitch. Fly ball. Right at Worth. Routine. 1 out away. And it will be Sean Rodriguez. Up to him with 2 out, 2 on. For 3. Strikeout.
Knows what it's like to be a hero, and that's kind of what you're looking for now. Of course, with Marte, it doesn't take much of a hit. Any kind of a single, I definitely would imagine that the game would be tied. Didn't quite dot the I this time.
2-0 count, and Sean Rodriguez has seen a couple of fastballs now, so maybe able to time it up. I figure he almost has to get one here. 2-0. Good fastball hitter, Sean Rodriguez. And missing again. Kinsler seems a bit unhappy. Another borderline pitch. Behind in the count, 3-0.
Yeah, I don't understand calling the catcher out 3-0. What is there to talk about 3-0? You're either going to.
I don't know if he called him out or if Severino.
No, he called him out. Yeah, he motioned for him to come out. We got to strategize here.
Well, I'm guessing he called him out because he's frustrated that he's not getting any of the calls. I think he thought those were strikes, but 3-0. Sean Rodriguez with the green light. Fouls it off.
It was in the middle of the plate.
Sure.
A little above the knees, and that took a nice swing at it. I mean, as long as you're getting a good pitch to hit, swinging 3-0, go for it.
Yeah.
Might be the best one you see.
Assume he's going to get another strike here. 3-1.
That one was a little edgy, but as far as height, kind of where Sean Ron wanted it.
Diaz on deck. If Sean were to reach. Full count. Runners would be on the move. Line drive, base hit, left field. Marte comes around, he'll score easily. Sean Rodriguez coming through in a big way. A fastball, the 3-2 fastball. A line drive, hard hit into left field. The Pirates, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the 9th inning, tie things up.
Hell, he's been a hero a couple of times in that 9th inning, and this time they didn't get this fastball away. They came inside. That's where they wanted to throw it, and he just beat them with it.
Elevated inner half. Sean Rodriguez. For some reason, Jason Worth comes home with the throw, so both runners move up, but no shot with Marte on the move on the pitch.
Yeah, you're not going to throw him out.
No chance.
No chance, Marte. You're better off just ignoring him and going somewhere else with that throw.
And now Diaz with an opportunity here, 1-0 to give the Pirates the lead. Comes up empty. Count goes to 1-1. Well, Kinsler's not trying to fool anybody. Throwing mostly fastballs, all fastballs to Sean Rodriguez. The 6th one left the bat at 103 miles per hour. So Luplo now at 3rd. Rodriguez at 2nd. A base hit could give the Pirates a 2-run lead. There's a breaking ball in the dirt. A good block by Severino with the go-ahead run at 3rd base. Boy, that almost got by him. Got the left side of that chest protector.
It's a foot outside, or a foot in front of the plate where that ball hit. That was a challenging one to have to stop.
Pretty decent breaking ball there. Better take. Diaz has Felipe Rivero up and ready.
A base hit away from seeing him in the game.
Now they're loaded.
There's nobody else throwing though. Rivero perhaps will. He's throwing for the Nationals, but I think Rivero would come in no matter if it's a lead or a tie game.
Yeah, I mean,
regardless,
there will be no. If it remains tied, there will be no save situation. Well, I guess there would be.
Yeah,
I was thinking at home there wouldn't be a save situation, but yeah, I mean, I think there's a good shot at that.
He has a.
I don't think we've used Contos more than an inning. And he pitched at the bottom of the 8th, and so with Rivero up by himself, you would guess
maybe
that's
another inning.
The plan. I would guess that Rivero will come in the 9th, but hopefully with the lead. Max Moroff has not been retired, on base all 3 times, a base hit and 2 walks. And there's a line drive in the gap, left center field. Nobody's going to get this. Max Moroff is going to clear the bases. A stand-up triple, 3-run triple. Max Moroff 2 for 2. An enormous hit there going the other way. 3-run back-breaking triple by Max Moroff.
We were talking about that that pop he has earlier, even though he's not one of the biggest guys out there. He's got the home run type power, and now he shows some opposite field, drive the ball into the gap.
And again, I mean, Kinsler's throwing a lot of fastballs up here.
ton of
So,
them.
I mean, as a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're not going to be fooled. You go up there and look fastball, and man, he put a nice swing on that one.
Yeah, they're playing him just maybe a little bit cheap, but they're trying to guard against, you know, they want a shot at throwing somebody out at the plate on a base hit. And these are the experiences that we've been talking about for a couple weeks now, that there's no way to buy these kind of experiences for these young players, to get them out there, let them play in games like this against this kind of competition and come through, get this confidence.
That's a big hit. 4-1 Bucks. Pirates with 4 runs here in the top of the 9th inning to take the 4-1 lead. The big blow, Max Moroff, a bases clearing triple, his first career triple, and that knocks Brandon Kinsler out of the game, and Dusty Baker goes to the lefty, Sammy Solis. 1-0 record, 5.96 ERA.
ERA is a little high, but that can get away from you sometimes.
And he'll face the pinch hitter Christopher Bostic. Takes the ball up.
When you don't have a lot of innings, that ERA can elevate in a hurry. And it takes a while to get it back down.
Bostic hitting .286. Got his first career RBI Thursday night.
Yeah, we were talking earlier about Zimmerman kind of getting that double. Bostic got one like that also.
Yeah.
Looked like a single off the bat, but hustled. Turned it into a 2-bagger.
And then scored on a base hit right after that. So drove in one, scored one. Took that fastball in at 94 to 1 the count. Christopher Bostic. Worth with plenty of room. Sounded good.
Yeah, gave us a little, we had to kind of move up on our seats a little.
I don't know if I was ready for that home run call just yet. 4-1, here comes Rivero. goes around. He'll score easily. Sean Rodriguez coming through in a big way. And there's a line drive in the gap, left center field. Nobody's going to get this. Max Moroff is going to clear the bases. An enormous hit there going the other way.
You're a natural, Rock. An absolute natural. A star has been born tonight. I'm talking about Moroff.
Yeah.
Nah, that was awesome.
Well,
I loved it.
it was different, that's for sure. It's Felipe Rivero.
I still wanted it. I wanted to hear the home run call there.
Yeah, well, we might get a chance tomorrow, one of us. Look for his 21st save, does Felipe Rivero. Obviously, the former Washington National, 170 ERA, 72 appearances. That's your job, by the way, to read the pitcher stats.
Yeah, I know. He jumped in there. So.
Not bad. 101. First pitch fastball.
You know he wants to blow away the old teammates.
Yeah. Remember Defoe 0 for 3 on the night.
Always a little extra for the guys you used to play with.
There's a fly ball hit decent to center field. Room for Marte as he just coasts onto the track.
Hit real decent. It turned out to be. That looked like a pop-up off the bat. Just kept carrying.
Marte, I think he thought it was going to travel that far, and he was acting as if it was going to be routine, but goes right into the scoreboard.
You know, when you throw 100, 101 miles an hour, the ball goes a little further when they get the head of the bat to it.
Murphy, 1 for 3. Singleton scored back in the second. You almost get the feeling Rivero just wants to blow them all away. I mean, fastball so far. Well, I'm going to go with the breaking ball. 1-1.
Huh. No, I mean, this is Daniel Murphy, one of the best left-handed hitters in baseball. And his first 2 strikes, he doesn't look real strong up there.
No.
Now, this will be a tester for your theory about how he adjusts.
Oh, yeah. Well,
and he did. He got a piece of that one.
Yeah, somehow, some way.
He did make a little adjustment there. Stay alive.
Thinking, do I just? He's got to throw me a fastball now. I got to get it ready.
Just about always have to be ready for that, but I don't know. A guy with this kind of stuff.
Oh. Yeah, fastball at 99.
And that's, you know, that's not really his. That's his back off a little bit fastball. It's not his best. But after those 2 sliders, this 99 up and in, forget about it.
That's it. Just tip your cap. Coming right into your living room. 2 quick outs. Now another lefty has to face Rivero. Adam Lind, his first at bat, was back in the 6th. He lined out. No, hung a slider there. Lind at least makes contact. Marte's under it. And there you have it.
Quick and easy.
Quick and easy for Rivero. A nice comeback win for the Pirates. Sean Rodriguez with the 2-out, 2-strike RBI base hit to tie it. Max Moroff, the bases clearing triple to put the Bucks up 4-1. Nice little comeback win. It wasn't looking good there going into the 9th, but the Pirates score 4. Rivero makes it look easy in the bottom half.
Some great pitching by Tyone. That, he's not going to get a win or anything out of this, but I mean, he was fantastic in this ball game, and got just enough hitting right there at the end, and more off, gaining more